welcome to the Untitled Sports Podcast. Still not sure if there's going to be a full title for this or not. We're back after our month-long hiatus. We're going to talk about the Twins, I think, today. Mostly Twins, because there's nothing else to talk about right now.
Yes. When we last left off, we were first in the Central Division, and a month later, we are still first in the Central Division. So,
which is quality.
Which is greatly quality. I haven't had this much success since
that beautiful lead we had has now come down to 2.5 games.
I don't want to talk about that.
But it's tragic. But I think the Twins can really, hang on. It's possible. We have the players, except J. Cave. I booed J. Cave the other day. I felt very proud.
A deep hatred.
He's just trash. He can't catch the ball. I mean, he doubled today, which I think was fine. But, how bad was the Twins? The game I went to, the first Braves game.
It was terrible.
Besides that, I literally came that close to catching the ball. But what
are you talking about? That was great. The Twins are great.
We won that game. It was the one game we.
Yeah, it was a walk-off.
J. Cave caught the ball, and freaking everybody was like, "Boo!" Like we were all.
Wait, why would
because the ball bounced off the ground and it hit him in the right where the glove ends before your wrist starts, and he goofed it up and launched it in the air, and the guy tripled, and I was like, all of us just got pissed. That was hilarious. But let's see, Blanco didn't have a hit in that game. Ouch, he's really struggling. That was really the only good game we had. I mean, Odorizzi pitched fine. He could have been better, but I didn't care. Now, the one problem I had, all right, was why in the world, why didn't we just let Ryan Harper try and finish out that inning? Because we put Duffy in, and Duffy gave up a home run. It was awful. Duffy. That's the one thing we really suffer with is that bullpen is not 100%.
It's
all the time.
Horrendous.
But let me say, Trevor May blocked me on Twitter, but his outing on Monday was fantastic.
It was clutch. It was so clutch.
I was he's had in a long time.
There was a runner. On second, right? And I was at the edge of my freaking seat. It was the top of the ninth, and I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
And then he struck him out. I'm like, let's jump and go.
I got so hyped. It's where I was sitting. I sat in the clutch seats, or the catch seats, not clutch, catch seats, and they were, fine. It was free food and whatever, but the vibe was all off. It was a bunch of people drinking, and these two people in front of me were constantly trying to get a ball from Kepler, and then Kepler threw it up right next to us, and I was like, good job, Kepler. I wouldn't throw it to these idiots either. But they said and that day their starting pitcher Soraka, I think his name is. I might butchered that. He said that the Twins that day was against the Twins. He's probably a future Cy Young this year. But he said that the Twins have been the hardest to strike out against. Yeah,
strike out again. Yeah, I saw that.
In general, I mean, I think he said that, but I think he was really talking about them being struck out. But he said that it was. Because he only had 3 strikeouts that game. It was really hard for him to... But it was... I thought we did real well. And, I mean, when I saw Sano come in at the end of that game, I just about had... My heart broke. I thought, well, great, extra innings. Just what the Twins are good at. And when he hit that ball, and I saw that ball literally, almost in my hands, I've never been so hype. It was... That was insane. But, man, the Twins... The Twins, the rest of that series sucked. I mean, Barrios couldn't pitch a ball to save his life.
No, he's been real shaky recently.
It's not been good.
Same with Perez, bro. He's been super shaky.
Oh, yeah. Perez isn't... I was talking to somebody about this earlier on Twitter, that he's not... I never thought he was going to make it this far as a starting pitcher. I mean, I have nothing against him. It doesn't have... He's so inexperienced. He's not gonna make it, and I'm kind of disappointed the Twins didn't pick up, Stroman, so we could replace Martin Perez. It's something I guess for something, but in the off season we may be able to get some, pick up somebody else. I mean, Arias has been he's been cooling down too, and that's also a big bummer for the Twins because he's so hot at the plate, and now yesterday he went he went 0 for 4, which is awful, which is not good for a guy who's had a come into the major leagues hitting just as well as he was in the minors. It's not usually what you see from a player at that point for his rookie season. I air quotes there, but it technically is his rookie season. We brought him up early enough, and then today Martin Perez he really struggles.
I know he used to be so good, and I'm like, bro, this guy's a Cy Young, and then he's like,
and the Twins got kind of baited into trading for him because he pitched in the very last game last season for the Rangers against a team who had already made the playoffs. So imagine pitching against like the second string, like the team that has a bunch of guys that don't usually play. It's like, cool, you didn't play the real team, but it's and we got, that was fine. I mean, it happens, but I think I got mad about this yesterday, and I said, and somebody made a very good point. I had tweeted after the game yesterday that the Twins have, that Rocco, the one thing I hate about Rocco, and I still do, but he's still new at being a manager, is that he doesn't know, he either takes his picture out.
I saw that, and like the reply had like 20 likes.
Yeah, I know, because it made no sense, but I don't really care for that, but he had said something along the lines of, it's probably better to keep Barrios in for right now. It's okay if we lose these games because the next series is more important. We have to have the bullpen rested. And after he kind of mentioned that, it clicked in my head like, oh, that makes more sense. And even in today's game, it's just Martin Perez and Cole Stewart, my boy K-Stu. He gave up too many runs, but but that was the if we want to. Our whole thing here is to beat the Indians. We have to. We don't have a choice. And they're so hot right now, it's ridiculous. It's just... It's driving me nuts. I hate it. Because we've never been good. But I'm trying to see... I want to see who's pitching for the Twins tomorrow. Is it? It might be Devin Schmelzer, which actually there's some.
No, it's Gibson. It's Gibson. It's Gibson.
Ouch.
These next games, like, we're so bad in the freaking starting pitchers, bro. Like, the Indians are superior in the pitching.
Oh, dude, we're gonna get destroyed tomorrow.
I know. I don't want to talk about
Gibson, come on. Oh my god, dude! And then
the lineup's got to step up.
Well, actually, okay. Listen to me. Hear me out here. The Shane Bieber, Devin Schmelzer Friday night game might be a good one. There might be something.
Yes,
there.
Schmelzer's a guy.
Schmelzer's very good. I think that he's maybe next year, if he can really, at 23 years old for what he's done, fantastic. But next year he could be that extra guy instead of Martin Perez.
Hopefully, yeah.
But I guess then Odorizzi pitches on.
When does he pitch?
He pitches on Saturday. Sorry, I was reading something. Against Plutko, who is all right. I mean, he's not had the best.
Yeah, I feel like that's might be one of the only game we have this series that we have the better
solid
pitching.
Chance. Yeah, I don't know. Gibson. See, the thing with Gibson is he's really good against bad teams. I mean, he's had 2 great games against the Royals this season, and I mean, they're the Royals. We swept them. They're pretty bad.
Yeah.
But now, I think, though, you're listening to me on this one, all right?
Listening.
Sunday's game, we might have something.
Sunday's
even though this guy who's pitching just came back up, his last outing, I don't think, was the best. Why does he have such a low... Maybe this is a different guy. Hold on. 1 run, 3 hits against the Rangers on Monday. No, this isn't the same guy. I'm thinking of the guy who pitched on Sunday, who probably will pitch all right. But I don't know this guy. He's got a really low ERA, but he hasn't played too long. He's like Devin Schmelzer. But I don't know. I mean, me and my dad seem to make fun of this all the time. I just thought I'd bring it up. They won't have Jordan Luplow on their team. He's out with a leg injury of sorts, muscle problem, something else. But the other thing too is that I don't know when Buxton is due back, and even if he will be back, that's the thing. The people have been talking about him being out the rest of the season with a shoulder injury, which I think is false. I feel like that was a rumor spread by Indians fans, but it's one of those things that we haven't, since he's gone on the IL, he has not been given an update on, and that's one of those things that I wish they would, but it's so hard because of watching the Rangers pitch to the Indians, today in their doubleheader, and they're either, the way they work is that they get a bunch of hits but they lose in the end, or they get like shut out for 8 innings or 7 innings, and in the 8th inning they come out and they just slam a home run, and you're just like, great. But on the upside, the Indians are coming here to Target Field.
Yeah.
And they've been playing exclusively for the past week and a half at
what's that called?
Progressive Field, I think. And so they're used to being at home. Well, the season so far, the series this season so far, with the Indians playing in Minnesota, that was the very first series of the season for us, and we looked pretty good. That's when I got to kind of figure out that Marwin Gonzalez can hit the ball. Nelson Cruz, I remember seeing, just was like, oh, he's old. Now look at him. That man is probably my favorite player on the team. He's so good. He just he hits the ball. He's had the most home runs since the All-Star break, and that was like 2 weeks ago. He's hit 17, I think, 16, 17, which is a lot in a short amount of time like that. And he's also, if he gets one more multi-home run game, he'll pass up Harmon Killebrew as the twin with the most multi-home run games in one season. He is currently tied with Killebrew.
That's crazy.
But it's just one of those things that he's 39 years old. And he's hitting the ball.
Him and Cruz are freaking like gods, like old gods.
Oh, I know, and I love it. It's Cruz is just.
Okay, not gonna lie, Cruz is on roids. Don't even at me over that.
I don't know why you're like a Twins fan, but then you're like, nah, bruh. But like, come on, Cruz has had home runs seasons like this before. This isn't the first time.
Yeah, but he's like my dad's age.
But that's okay, because last time I checked, your dad doesn't play professional baseball. And
I'm just saying he's old. I'm just saying he's old.
Yeah, your dad, I don't know. I've never seen him swing a baseball bat, so I can't confirm or deny.
The athletic ability. I'm just saying he's old, bro. And he's freaking cranking like the most home runs, and like he's like top 5 in the American League. He's up there.
Yeah.
And like he's like old.
Yeah, exactly. But even our catchers right now are still fantastic. Yeah.
I
mean, I felt
Garver
bad the other
and
night. Bert Blyleven was talking about our catchers, and all of a sudden he mentioned Astudillo, my boy La Tortuga wore his T-shirt today. He was like, oh, but but Astudillo hasn't played catching, so I'm not sure if he counts. And I'm like, how dare you? This man
just
was
offended
the best
half
Twins hitter, and now he's the mascot.
Pretty much.
He's like, but had like a hamstring issue for like 2 months now. I don't know if I don't know if we just keep him in there because he gets everybody going. My favorite though is looking at the pictures after Sano hit his walk-off the other night. Like watching him try and get over the fence is out of the dugout is the best. He's not very tall and he's big, and that's not you know what you want here. But so I think here a big part of the Twins is that the Indians did trade Trevor Bauer to the Reds, but the only problem is I hate Yasiel Puig with a
I hate him too. Passion. I know that.
He ranks up there in my hatred for baseball players with Manny Machado. I hate Manny Machado with a passion too. They both played really dirty baseball. I mean, the World Series team that they were both on that Dodgers team that lost. You know, and I just remember Manny Machado likes to run over first base and like clip the first baseman with his foot, and then it's just like he never gets thrown out for his stupid shenanigans that he does. But it's a struggle. But my mom doesn't know much about baseball, but my mom was asking me she's like, the Twins could make the World Series. I'm like, yeah, they could, but they'll play the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are ridiculous. They had like 8 walk-off wins in like 10 games. It was like something really, really stupid. That just they have the best, you know. And like the Brewers, we play the Brewers in the series after, but Yelich is still is just on a team that's not very good. But man, he hits home runs. I mean, Mike Trout's hitting home runs. He hit a bunch too to catch up to I think he's at 35. Yelich is at 38. It's one of those things that's like, oh my gosh. But the Twins are. Snow hit a home run today, right? Yeah, in the 9th. I think that makes us tied for our 1960.
Yeah, they did a home run tomorrow. They beat the record.
Yeah, they beat the record. It'll be our all-time, and we're still on pace to beat the Yankees record from last year. It's still possible, you know. And we haven't shown any sign of slowing down home runs wise. I mean, with Cruz alone, we could probably pass it, but you know, it's one of those things. But I'm trying to think, what else is there to talk about? I mean, let me say, for somebody who's 21 years old, Ronald Acuna Jr., that kid is gonna be nuts. I think I just did something wrong, which is my fault, but it's my thing. But don't worry about it. But it's that kid, watching him play. Even he's 21 years old, has a strong arm for right field, which, you know, was crazy to watch Castro. Or it was Castro. I think Castro got thrown out at second, and it was like by a hair. But he has the strong arm, and he also has a strong arm at the plate. That man's hitting home runs left and right. But let me say, my boy Freddie Freeman did not disappoint. I love Freddie Freeman.
You're a Freddie Freeman fan?
I love Freddie Freeman. He was on my tap baseball game on my phone. He used to hit me home runs every game. That's the same reason why I love the first baseman for the White Sox, Jose Abreu.
Yeah,
both would just crank out home runs for me. And ever since then, I've been like, oh, I like these people. But I would rather have Freddie Freeman, perform well against somebody other than the Twins. But what's gonna happen? And I didn't know Albies, their other guy who hits in I think the first 3. He also hit a couple home runs, and I've never heard of him before. I guess I really know Ronald Acuna Jr. because of the Derby, but
yeah,
he's one of those.
You guys. Know who changing subjects? You know who I kind of didn't know who's doing so well this year? I was checking stats, and the RBI leader is freaking my guy, Eduardo Escobar at 92, I know, right? Bro. Freaking going off.
I still loved last week when when he threw the, or was it last week? Yeah, it was last
no,
week.
Yeah, right? It was Dozier threw the pitch to him and Cat and Kurt caught it. And my guy Kurt Suzuki.
Kurt Suzuki, my boy, was catching, and Escobar hit a 2-run home run. It was so beautiful.
Everybody from those trades are gone. Like Tyler Austin is gone. Who was the other one?
Oh yeah, the Giants dropped him because he just sucks.
No, but like, there was one more. Who we get from the Escobar trade? We got Tyler Austin from. We had somebody else, and they're all gone, bro. And now we just have we were stuck with Cruz.
I think the best trade we made was the Brian Dozier trade because we got Schmelzer out of it.
We did get Schmelzer, you're right.
Schmelzer's the big. Logan Forsythe was fine, but we got Schmelzer, who was definitely worth it. But hold on. I'm gonna look up our 2018 trades real quick, just because I don't remember who. Zach Duke, was he involved there somewhere? Right?
Count Dooku,
yeah.
What did you say? I missed that.
Zach Duke, wasn't that his name?
Oh yeah, remember him? Yep.
All right. So we Brian Dozier to the Dodgers. We got Forsythe, somebody named Luke Ray.
Yes,
which I'm not
Forsythe,
sure.
yeah.
And then Devin Schmelzer, which was the best trade there. And from Escobar, we just got a bunch of nobodies. We got a bunch of minor league people. Ernie de la Trinidad. It's a great.
Lucky's middle name.
Different words in that name. Hold on. Let's figure this out. Escobar. Hold on. Let's see this. So, our number 7 prospect actually came in the Escobar trade. And then Ryan Presley, I think, is the biggest upset for us because he's easily top 2, top 3 relievers in the league right now. He's got a ridiculous. He's got a .39 ERA. Are you joking?
Seriously,
right
that's crazy.
Now?
Twins
he does
that.
play for the Astros, which is a whole other story. But and the guys we have are just a bunch of prospects. Now we traded Lance Lynn to the Yankees, which I don't even think he played a game for the Yankees, did he? I don't even know. But he has been really, really good for the Rangers, and that's kind of, we have all these guys that leave us, but I think was Wes Johnson our coach, our pitching coach last year? I don't even remember. We've had so many. We traded one away.
Yeah.
We gave one away. I don't know. From Lance Lynn, we did get Tyler Austin, and he went right out the door as soon as we get rid of him. And the Giants were like, the Giants just recently were like, hey, we think you're great, but we don't want you. So they just dumped him. But CJ Cron, I think, was getting rid of a first baseman and picking him up was very good. I mean, I just wish the Twins got better. Twins just needed better relievers in the All-Star break, and we never got that. So we're using starting pitchers from AAA as our relievers.
You know who I hated?
Who'd you hate?
Sorry, going back, because they're pitching coach. Pitching coach is who's that one pitching coach? Fucking Neil Allen, bro. Sorry for swearing.
That's fine.
Literally, remember him, bro?
Yeah.
He's the worst pitching coach of all time. He got the DUI back in 2016, bro. I wanted to bring that up, because I hated Neil Allen so much. He was the worst pitching coach ever back. Sorry. That's all I wanted to say. Hated Neil Allen.
Yeah, you're good. He's not the strongest individual here. At the end of the 2017 season, Allen was informed he would not return to the Twins in 2018.
Tragic. Now it's Wes Johnson now, so my guy.
He was booked in the Hennepin County Jail on suspicion of a DUI. Suspended indefinitely by the Twins.
We should go visit.
Oh man, that's a great. I don't now. Wes Johnson has been. I'm honestly so surprised on what he's doing. Oh god, he's got some bad Google image and pictures. It's really bad. No, I'm like, when I talk about bad, I mean bad.
Who was Johnson?
Yeah, he's got like a I don't know, some minor league team's hat on, but his face, his smiles really off. You see what I'm talking about?
This isn't good. Like the first one, bro. This is like Arkansas one, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? It just looks like he's staring straight into the camera.
Welcome, Wes Johnson. Razorback
we
pitching
didn't have
coach.
him last year, but we do have him this year. That's what had happened. After the 2018 season, we hired him, and he's been great. I think he's really helped a lot of our guys. I think Rocco, way better than grumpy-looking Molitor. Let me just say that right now. Molitor just looked like he didn't want to be there, but he just wanted the paycheck. I like that Rocco has recently gotten a little more vocal. He got thrown out of like 2 games in the past month, which I'm quite proud of. But I'm gonna see if there's an update on Byron Buxton at all, just to see if there's an update there, or hold on. But okay, come on, there we go. Injured for a couple weeks. That's what it said on August. So like 5 days ago, they'd said for the 3rd time this season, Buxton will be out. He's on a 10-day, but he'll be out for a couple of weeks. So a couple of weeks is 2, technically, but knowing that it's probably a generalized like a guess, it's probably going to be more than 2.
Yeah.
I'd give him a month, but we kind of need him because I can't handle Jake Cave. I can't do it. But let me say though, I've read this is a big part about the Twins. We have gotten better since playing the Yankees. That series against the Yankees has been so good for us because we're actually hitting the ball again, and I think too the Sano is not been my all-time favorite. He's strikes out a lot, but they did start him in the batting cage, shooting balls that are pitching balls that are overly fast, just so if he can hit the 105-mile-an-hour ball, he could hit the 95, and then clearly, he's been working with the assistant batting coach Rudy something. I don't know his last name, but he seemingly worked because once again he hit that walk-off that was just insane.
Yeah.
But what are we at here? Oh god, bad. I'm like goofing up here. Hold on, my stupid computer's being weird. Alrighty. But another thing, just even way off the line here. All right, like what happened to Antonio Brown? How many times has he done cryotherapy and the man gets frostbite on his feet?
Yeah.
What do you how many times do you do that and you don't have the proper footwear? Like, come on. You're just either don't care or you're dumb.
Or you're just dumb, yeah, exactly.
And the problem is they're not even sure when he's like guaranteed to, if he's even going to start right away at the season. Man's got frostbite on his feet.
Yeah,
or it's not actually frostbite. I think they said it's like frostbite. I don't know, but that's what all the things say because everybody's like, "Whoa, frostbite," But and then what's this thing about what did Brady renew his contract and then it also said they could be a free agent next year? I got really confused when I was reading all that. He got rid of it. He's selling his house or something like that in New England. So either he's playing one more season and he's retiring to Los Angeles, or he's already got a deal with another team.
Mm-hmm.
And see, the thing about Brady though, as I've mentioned this to you, he knows baseball or football, only football. That's it, just football. I don't know what else he really knows. He's my favorite quarterback in the league, but it's
Kirk Cousins.
No, Tom Brady. Kirk Cousins is far down on the list. Nothing against him. He just didn't perform as I wanted him to.
Go on.
But I think his season's gonna be the Patriots season's gonna be weird because my boy Gronk, he had that flesh-eating disease in his arm, and then he got rid of it. But then he's like, I won 100 Super Bowls. I'm good. Look at him. He's kind of crusty looking. Wait, why is Aaron Rodgers right next to Rob Gronkowski and the people to search for? What do they have a connection to? What's going on here? But that's a pretty. How do you frostbite? Like, come on. Are they still in Oakland? When did they make that transition to Las Vegas? Because I thought that's where the. I thought their stadium was this season's what's the big thing at the end? Super Bowl.
Gosh.
Their Super Bowl. I thought that was this year. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe they are still in. Maybe they don't leave Oakland until next year.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's weird. But I was gonna Google one more thing. Now I can't remember. Oh, I was gonna ask to see what the okay. Now, God, I literally can't remember the word Super Bowl to save my life for some reason. I just want to know where. Okay. Yeah, I know the last champions were the Patriots. Thank you. They were literally my heroes because I got a Brady jersey out of it. New England has 6 rings. They're all 5 losses though, but the 6 rings are all from Brady. I just want to know where it is. Hello? That's just a long list, bro. What are we skipping the what? We're skipping 2 years of Super Bowl apparently. What the heck's going on there, bro? It would be 2020, I would assume. Where are we playing this? Is this in Florida? We're playing the Super Bowl in Florida? Oh god. No disrespect to Florida. It's just any Florida stadium is lame.
It's better than the negative 20 degrees here.
It's very true, which will never have a Super Bowl. But let me see. Anything else crazy? Are we gonna update our fantasy in the fall? Are we gonna
I don't know how many people are like in it, bro. We might have like 4 people in it.
Honestly though, that still gives me a job. Don't lie to me.
It says you have like 8 though.
Did you re-invite somebody? And
I re-invited a bunch of people.
And then did they all join?
I don't know.
Because
I sent it to the group chat I was in.
Yeah, like the same people of last year.
Wait, were you part of that group chat?
Yeah, I don't know. I was part of the group chat, but you sent me it individually. But I still joined.
I know you did.
Alrighty.
Opposing teams. Christian Ponder.
Oh, God. Love Christian Ponder. He's a classic. But I think that's going to wrap up this episode of the...
Joiner League.
Oh, God. The unnamed...
Skull Twins.
Skull Twins. We gotta...
Peep me at the game tomorrow.
Peep you at the game tomorrow. I'll be watching it from a bowling alley, so...
Proud of you. When I catch a home run ball, I'll give it to you. Skull Twins.
Don't give it to me, just because if it's a snowball, I'll take it. Just like feel like I caught that ball. But no, the guy in front of me literally touched the ball and
you should have dove over him, bro.
He touched it with his finger and it hit the wall, and I was like, that was literally like if it was like a foot higher, it would have been in my hand, and I would have.
Come on, Sano failed this, bro.
But Sano's been hitting the ball better since Monday. But alrighty, next week.
Thanks. Next week. See you, bros.